It's been 4 days since the world lost a giant. And yet, for many, the silence he leaves behind feels louder than ever. Today, we bring you an updated reflection on the life and passing of Eduardo Eddie Palmieri, the revolutionary pianist, composer, and bandleader who transformed Latin jazz forever. Eddie passed away at the age of 88, leaving behind a legacy that spans over 7 decades, countless awards, and an influence that can be felt in every salsa and Latin jazz rhythm played today. On Wednesday evening, Fania Records confirmed the heartbreaking news. Eddie's daughter, Gabriella, told the New York Times that her father had died earlier that day at his home in New Jersey, following an extended illness. His passing didn't just mark the end of a remarkable life, it closed a chapter in the story of Latin music. Over the past few days, tributes have poured in from around the world. Legendary musicians, cultural leaders, and fans alike have shared stories of how Palmieri's music shaped their lives. From young jazz pianists in New York, to salsa orchestras in Puerto Rico, to street musicians in Havana. His rhythms, his energy, and his daring creativity touched every corner of the globe. The final days. While Eddie had been battling health challenges for some time, close friends say he remained in good spirits. Even in his later years, he often joked about still trying to learn the piano, a humble remark from a man widely regarded as a master of the craft. According to family members, his last days were spent surrounded by loved ones, sharing stories, listening to his favorite records, and smiling at the melodies that had defined his journey. There was no stage, no spotlight, just the music and the people he loved. From Spanish Harlem to the world. Eddie Palmieri's story began in Spanish Harlem, New York, on December 15, 1936. Born to Puerto Rican parents, music was in his blood. His older brother, Charlie Palmieri, was already a respected pianist, and Eddie followed in his footsteps, though not without a few detours. At just 13, Eddie was playing timbals in his uncle's orchestra. He had a deep love for percussion, but fate, and a natural talent for the keys, eventually brought him back to the piano. In his own words, "I'm a frustrated percussionist, so I take it out on the piano." This mix of rhythmic drive and melodic skill would become his signature style. La Perfecta and a revolution in sound. In 1961, Eddie formed La Perfecta with trombonist Barry Rogers and vocalist Ismael Quintana. But this wasn't just another Latin band. Instead of the traditional trumpet-led sound, Palmieri used a trombone section, creating a deeper, more brassy, and powerful tone that shook the salsa scene. The band quickly rose to the ranks of giants like Maquito and Tito Rodriguez, releasing hits such as the now classic Vámonos Pal Monte. Eddie's brother Charlie often joined as a guest organist, adding a family magic to the music. But Eddie was never one to stay in a box. In 1971, he shocked the industry with Harlem River Drive, blending salsa with funk, soul, and jazz, a daring move that cemented his reputation as a fearless innovator. Grammy glory. Palmieri's first Grammy win came in 1975 for the Son of Latin Music, making him the first Latino artist ever to win the award. It wouldn't be his last. He went on to earn 8 Grammys in total, with acclaimed albums like Palo Pa Rumba, 1984, Solido, 1985, and Masterpiece with Tito Puente in 2000. His achievements weren't just about trophies. Each award represented a breakthrough for Latin musicians, opening doors for future generations. A reluctant salsa star. Though he shaped the genre, Eddie never liked the label salsa. To him, the music was Afro-Cuban, part of a long history of African rhythms blending with Caribbean and global sounds. This belief guided his career. While salsa romantica was taking over radio in the 80s and 90s, Palmieri focused on depth, complexity, and authenticity. He didn't chase trends, he created them. An international ambassador, Palmieri's music carried him far beyond New York. He played everywhere, from North Africa to Australia, from Asia to Europe, often serving as a cultural ambassador for Latin jazz. He worked with legends like timbalero Nicky Marrero, bassist Israel Cachao Lopez, and trombonist Louis Kahn. Each collaboration added a new layer to his sound. In 2002, Yale University awarded him the Chubb Fellowship Award, an honor typically reserved for world leaders, recognizing his role in building communities through music. Honors and lasting legacy. Over the decades, Palmieri was showered with accolades. In 2013, the National Endowment for the Arts named him a jazz master. That same year, the Latin Grammy Awards gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award. But ask him what mattered most, and he wouldn't mention the awards. He'd talk about the joy of performance, the connection with his audience, and the thrill of hearing someone say, "Your music changed my life." The reactions: a wave of love. Since his passing, the music world has been in mourning. Fania Records posted, "Eddie Palmieri's genius was in his ability to bring joy through rhythm. His music will forever be a heartbeat in Latin jazz." Puerto Rican singer La India, whom Palmieri helped introduce to the salsa scene, wrote, "Without Eddie, I wouldn't be who I am. He saw my voice before I did. I owe him everything." Jazz pianist Arturo O'Farrell shared, "Eddie taught me that rules exist only to be broken, but always with love for the music." Fans have flooded social media with clips of his performances, personal stories, and messages of gratitude. Many say they first learned to dance salsa to his songs. Others say his jazz records got them through difficult times. Why he will never be forgotten. Eddie Palmieri wasn't just a pianist. He was a bridge, connecting cultures, generations, and musical traditions. He challenged what Latin music could be, breaking boundaries while staying true to his roots. For the young musicians of today, his career is a blueprint for courage, authenticity, and relentless creativity. For listeners, his music is a reminder of joy, resilience, and the unifying power of rhythm. Eddie Palmieri may be gone, but the clave still beats, the trombone still roar, and the piano still dances with the same fire he gave it. His music is alive, in every note, in every step, in every heart that feels the rhythm. If Eddie's music has ever made you smile, dance, or dream, honor his legacy by keeping it alive. Share his songs with someone who's never heard them. Let the rhythms travel farther than ever before. Thank you for spending this time remembering Eddie Palmieri with us. If you want to hear more stories of the legends who shaped our world, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep the music playing.